Okay, guys, I don't know if you can hear me, but my wife, for whatever reason, my Wi-Fi absolutely shit itself. So, we're back. Uh, sorry about that. Really apologize. I did not mean... I'm not in charge of the Wi-Fi. That would be our lizard overlords. Oh man, just as we hit double digits too. We had like 12 viewers. That's sad. Oh well. Can I eat coconuts yet? No. Cool. Yeah. Alright. I love it. Wi-Fi trying not to shit itself. It happens every time, man. Every single time that I just try and have a nice chill stream, something goes wrong. The game shits itself. My Wi-Fi shits itself. I shit myself. Every single... without fail. Really annoying. But we're back. I guess I have no choice but to start headed towards the migration zone. It's in the highlands, if I'm not mistaken. So... So let's begin our slow trek, shall we? If you want to meet up in game, just say the word. Well, where are you? That's a whole Sarah. That's a whole Serato. That's not good. I no like it. Opinions on Utah? Oh yeah, I forgot to... I saw the question, but that was like... I was about to answer, and that is exactly when everything died. So... I know that after my tier list video, the carnivore one, a lot of people were correcting me in the comments saying, oh, Utah is supposed to be heavier. It's supposed to occupy a different niche. Brother, the original velociraptors that were used in Jurassic World were literally modeled after Utah Raptor. Omniraptor is Jurassic Park's velociraptor, quote unquote. I use that title loosely. I still think it's the same thing. Like, doesn't Omniraptor weigh like 900 something kilograms? We need some concept art. Yeah, maybe after... Ooh, we're at 12 viewers again. Let's go, baby! Anyway, after... I don't know. Maybe after I see some concept art, if they find a way to make it more... If they find a way to make it special-er than the current Omniraptor, because, Jesus Christ, the current Omniraptor is just being glazed. I'm sorry. Like, every single time that a new update comes out, it's seemingly something affecting Omniraptor, like, directly. Omni is 500. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, wow. That estimate was 100% off then. It was 500? Utah Raptor was discovered afterwards. Oh, that's true. You're right. I'm getting them confused. Okay. All right. Well, that clears things up a little bit. I guess. I don't know. I need to see some concept art before I judge it properly, because I still think that they're just too similar, but... I don't know. Obviously, my mind is... Is that a Hera? That's a Herrera. Obviously, my mind is susceptible to change. Actually? Yeah, I know. Maul it? No. The poor guys, it can't even hurt me. I don't want to kill something that doesn't pose a direct threat to me. Because, like, if I were a Hera and some Dibble decided to cross its fat ass across the river just to kill me, that's just infuriating. That's just annoying. Alright, the migration zone is still there. Damn, you guys are right, though. I completely forgot about... the thing is, I normally forget Deinonychus exists, and I'm going to tell you exactly why, actually. Deinonychus used to be one of my favorite dromaeosaurs, but after the butchering that it received in Jurassic World Evolution, I've instilled like a mental block on it that I have yet to fully not have. Because I hate the design of Deinonychus in Jurassic World Evolution. It's an actual pinhead. Okay, hang on. I gotta rest a sec. I want to get up to 60% so I can actually trot. Oof. I really like the... So, believe it or not, the skin I'm using is one that I wanted to make custom, but I clicked random, and it immediately brought me this one. So, I guess the game did my job for me. Inbred Guanlong. Yeah. Yeah, actually, you're right. I don't know. They could have done so much better. I know JP isn't exactly known for its great designs. Okay, let me rephrase. For its accurate designs. But for the most part, they have pretty good looking stuff. Like, I like their Rex design. I like how the majority of their dinosaurs look. Maybe not Triceratops as much as I should, but I think that's mostly like a color thing. Because I feel like the whole just shit brown palette isn't nice for Trike when you can do so much with it. Like the Isle's a perfect example of that. But generally, I like pretty much all of the Jurassic Park, the Jurassic Park series. I like all of those designs, except the Triceraptor. And Giga looks cool, but that's like as far as it goes. It is not emblematic of Giganotosaurus at all in a realistic sense. But again, who cares about realism when it's a movie about resurrecting monsters? They missed an opportunity with the head frill. Absolutely, dude. But, I mean, it was the 90s. Just having an animatronic dinosaur was already, like, a feat in and of itself. And it's true, the animatronic was, and still is, incredible. I hope they're taking good care of her. Because it is a her. Yeah, it's a her, for sure. I should know. I've seen that movie more times than years I've been on this earth. Giga did nothing wrong. Yeah, maybe, except existing. Probably. I hear they're bringing back a more accurate version of Spino in this next upcoming film. So we'll see how that goes. Because Spino, as a child, was... the JP Spino, specifically, was always my favorite dinosaur period. So I'm quite excited to see how that turns out. I saw some concept art the other day. I think maybe it was on Twitter? I don't quite remember, but it was interesting. Not interesting. It straight up looked really good. I don't know if it was official. I'll say that. I have no idea if it was official. I haven't seen Dibble's wallowing animation. Okay. Yeah, you go, potato. He's taking his sweet time, huh? Wow. Oh, they really took their time with this animation. But I like it. Reminds me of a hippo. Cool. Time to wash off. What's the best spawn to join your adventure? If you'll give me a couple minutes, I can go to Highlands and then you can spawn there. Because that's where the migration zone is. So now that I have a time limit, I guess I should speed over. Let me take a quick dip to wash myself off this mud. And then I'll head over. They should not add Spino in the next movie unless they're treating him right. I mean, yeah, that's the thing, though, is that based on the concept art that I saw, they are going to treat him more than right. He's going to be really cool looking. 13 viewers. Nice. The animatronics in the JP films are honestly better than the ones in Dominion. I can't name for you animatronics in the film industry, period, that I think are better, legitimately, than anything in the Jurassic Park franchise, particularly the first movie. But maybe Maybe the ones from Alien and The Thing. But from my recollection, in the films that I've seen, no animatronic surpasses the JP ones. Like, by any stretch. Oh, I remember how this is now. I have to cross the river. Wizard, actually, if you just want to spawn in the Highlands and maybe fill up your diet or something, you can go ahead and do that. I'll meet you there. Oh, I'm at 45. Hold up. I gotta recover some stam. I don't know who in here voted Alien movie. Oh, that's right. I actually haven't seen any trailers of that. I haven't been flooded with promotional material. Do you think it's going to be any good? I've only ever seen the first Alien. I've seen Covenant. And that's it. I played like maybe 2 or 3 hours of Isolation, and I really liked it. I never finished, but it was a really good game from the get-go. One step ahead, munching right now. Nice, dude. That's called quick thinking. Oh, almost at 40. Alien Covenant, I liked the special effects and everything. I liked the concept. I mean, you know, it suffers from being a sequel. Oops. It suffers from being a sequel. And it just didn't have a good story. I don't know. I don't remember much from it. And honestly, that's the worst part. That's the worst thing a film can be, is forgettable. Because you can have a bad movie, but at least people remember how bad it is. Like, Dominion was bad, but I can remember a few scenes right off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure that's one of you screaming. This little path should take me up top. I'll cross the bridge, and then I should be, like, right in the Highlands. What would you change, add to Maggie that we know of? So, my issue with Magyarosaurus is that, as far... Like, the devs haven't revealed as much as we think... As much as the community thinks that they know about it. As far as we know, all that they've said is that it's going to be... Is that it's going to have poisonous skin, essentially. Like, you're going to be poisoned if you try to bite it or eat it or kill it or something. I mean, I've gone on record in my tier list video saying that I don't think that's a good idea. That's not going to deter anybody from killing you. If anything, that's just going to make people hate you even more and just grief you, like, more because they see your existence and they just hate you with a passion. Like, I can't tell. I am willing to bet actual money that Maggie is the most hated animal on the roster. But Maggie and Alberto are by far the most hated animals on the roster. Alberto deserves it, in my opinion, because its concept art is complete and utter garbage. We haven't seen anything substantial from it. As for anything I would add to Maggie, I don't know. I have to find... I want to learn more of it. I don't want to just assume that they're going to add things that they're not going to add, for example. I would just have to see more before adding it. I'm sorry. I would have to see more of it before critiquing it properly. Goldfish! What's going on, dude? Good to have you. Monolofo has entered the chat. I don't think Mono is as hated as Alberto or Maggie. I haven't seen that much Mono hate. If anything, people are excited for it. Which is weird, considering its special power is sneezing. That's like a My Hero Academia level quirk. Basically Subrex with an ugly design. Yeah, I don't like the Alberto design, like, at all. Like, I get what they're going for, something that looks like a brute, but, you know, brutes are stupid, so. You can make brutes look cool, though. Like, refer to the Halo franchise. Alright, I should almost be at the Highlands Wizard. I don't think anyone hates it because no one knows it even exists. Yeah, that's true. There are tons of playables. Let me not say tons. There are a handful of playables that even I forget exist every so often, like Homolo. I completely forget about Homolo because the way I see it, it's just juvenile Packy, but like permanently. It's a Packy with Benjamin Button's disease. That's probably not a good sign. I'm gonna risk it. I'm risking it for the biscuit because there's less of a chance of there being a Deinosuchus here than there is in the Highlands. That bridge is giving me PTSD. Oh my god, yes, dude. So for those of you who didn't watch Player Zero stream, Goldfish, Hacker, Player, and I became humans and had an entire server of dinosaurs after us. It was Player's Void's Oasis server. Check it out if you haven't already. This is a plug. I am advertising, but for a good cause. Because it's actually a server with an interesting concept. It basically goes through like extinction events. Where it's your job to kind of ensure the survival of your species. So that heavily encourages nesting. Which I really like, personally. Because you guys know that I'm a fan of nesting. I think for the dinos larger than Dino, it should lock in on its neck instead of dragging or not be able to drag and just do heavy damage. What are we talking about? Wait, did I skip over something? I think for the dinos larger than Dino, it should lock in on its neck instead of dragging or not be able to drag and just do heavy damage. Are you referring to... I'm sorry, I don't know what you're referring to. I think I'm being an idiot. Most likely is the case. Yeah, man. I think that the idea for that server is super cool. Super cool. I was actually planning on streaming on it tonight, but unfortunately, it just doesn't have a high enough player count. Like last I checked, there were maybe 5 people on it, which is really disappointing. But hopefully that number will go up in the coming days. Because I think the only other server that actually does something interesting, I don't want to say similar, but like that, is Petite Peds. Which, you know, they have the whole, they have the little point system or whatever. But I don't hardly ever see anybody on that one. Unless it's at, like, specific times of the day, I guess. But even then, it's one of the more low-pop servers. That new Omnipound stuff is super dope. Yeah, man. So, funny story. I was actually, while I was watching the stream, I was at work. And for that specific section of the stream, I had to go get lunch. I didn't bring lunch with me. So, I had to physically go to, like, a drive-thru or something. And the connection in the area was so bad during that part that I could not see a single thing going on. So, I was actually tweaking. I was, like, screaming in my car and everything trying to get it to work. But I was able to see, I guess, the most important part, which is, you know, the manual controls, to either apply straight damage or just bleed. But so thankfully I got to see that. But I do think it's a great idea because it's gonna provide a lot more diversity to the encounters. Because let's say like Dibble, for example, Dibble's probably not an animal that you would want to just apply straight bleed. I'm in the area, wizard. I got to Highlands. Dibble, like a full-grown Dibble, is not the kind of dinosaur you would want to apply straight damage to as an Omni. You would want to obviously bleed it out to conserve your stamina. But as opposed to something to like a galley, you're definitely gonna just want to apply straight damage to a galley. So I think that it's really cool that they're accommodating for those kinds of situations. I need carbs. Desperately. I'm almost at the migration zone. Okay, hang on. Let me try typing. Almost there. Oh, there's a baby nearby. I'm searching. Okay, cool. Oh, there's a big dibble over there. Speaking of big, I need big food in my belly. I thought it was going to be a... I'll be honest, I thought that whole stream was going to be a bit longer. I was hoping for it to be a bit longer. But I understand why it was short. I guess he promised a stream or something, and I wasn't aware for that. Because I am in Isle Court, but that's in another account. Hello, babies everywhere. I'm in the zone, just don't see chats yet. Okay. I'm not finding any nutrients over here. I'm actually... I might be cooked. Jesus. Bro, can I please get a carbs or a lipids? Oh, stevia snipes. Another... Oh, S diet. Just happens to be the one that I need the least, but I'll still take it, I guess. I need to eat something. Oh, hello. Who's this I'm looking at? Is this Stevia or Wizard? Do not fear Wizard. Oh, okay. They're the same person. Awesome. Let's see. Oh, there's a raptor coming. Lovely. I'm gonna do some... I'm gonna put this grazing feature to good use. You want to spar? Okay. Oh, that's another thing, is that I actually haven't... I don't think I've ever sparred appropriately as a Dibble, like as a fully grown, or even a sub-adult. I sparred as like a child. But I have like little to no understanding of how the sparring system works. I know you're supposed to use your keys to like knock your opponent to one side or the other. Controls are glitched. Press. Press. Try that. Any animal you would add to the game. Any Danimal, like the yogurt? Any animal I would add, huh? I guess I would add more flyers. I feel like just Pteranodon and Quetz. Yeah, no problem. I would add more flyers, I think. Like, just Pteranodon and Quetz. Like, Pteranodon is a small tier, and Quetz is, like, an auto, like, near, like, pseudo-apex. I mean, he is an apex of the sky. But, oh, wait, I need to keep resting. I can't fight raptors with no stamina. Nearby. Oh. Like I was saying. He walked up and left, huh? He felt my aura. What was I saying? Yeah. I don't feel that those two extremes occupying the flight thing would work. I would want something kind of in the middle. I'm not. I'm unable to think of something right off the top of my head, though. I'm not actually familiar with a lot of like mid-tier sized flyers. I think he called me earlier as a PT, but was asking him, and he was friendly before. Oh. I think Ornithochirus or Tropiognathus are good. You know what? Actually, you're right. Yeah, Tropiognathus would be a good choice. I just don't know what niche it would occupy. Could bash people with the end of its beak. That'd be pretty funny. But yeah, I think just some other like mid-tier flyer. So I was watching half sliced's video while I was eating dinner. Ironically enough, slices of pizza. And I saw that he included Orny once again at like the Bernie Sanders meme. I am once again asking for Orny Megalonyx. Barbadactylus. That is a great point, Wolf Talon. Also welcome. Because I really like Barbadactylus. You got me excited for Barry. I'm more hyped for Barry than Aloe. Man, I want to share that hype with everyone because I do think Barry is going to be like top tier playable, on an objective level when it comes out. What was I saying? Goldfish, I'm going to get to your question right now because I am losing, my ADHD is kicking in. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I was watching his video and he included Orny mentioning yet another like he's once again asking for Orny Megalonyx, and I think the idea is pretty cool. I don't know how big Orny Megalonyx is or was in life. Like I have no idea the maximum size that it could be, but if it was big enough, I think it would be an interesting semi-terrestrial flyer because the idea that he had was like in the day as a diurnal predator, it would be stalking the plains like as like on the ground using its legs and stuff and kind of bum rushing the first thing it sees that it could eat. But at night, it would indeed be a flyer that has great night vision and flies very slowly and quietly. I don't want to say slowly. It flies very quietly because owls are notoriously quiet when they fly. So I think it's a cool concept. I don't know. Like, again, the size is the one thing holding me back from it. Because I think it would be the same size as a Pteranodon. In which case it would be kind of, null. But, yeah. Those are my general thoughts. Orny, if you're watching, I'm sorry. What are my thoughts on dino survival maps overall? So, I've said this to you privately before. I think Gateway is even in its current state, far and away one of the greatest maps we've ever had in dinosaur survival, at least in the mainstream. I haven't played Beast of Bermuda, but I'm confident enough to say that Gateway is better, and it's only going to get better when they add more human structures and different habitats like the redwoods and stuff. Gondwa. I think Gondwa looks very nice. I'm not the biggest fan of how jarring the transition from one habitat to the other is. Yeah, I know, I'm slow. I can't chew gum and walk at the same time. Let's see, Pandura. Pandura is the original Path of Titans map, right? If so, I was okay with that map. I didn't really like it. I didn't hate it either. It was pretty meh. Like, nothing particularly special, if I'm being honest. Dibble is round enough, should be able to sonic roll, tuck in on itself, absolutely, completely break its frill and its neck in tandem. Gateway, etc. I think Spiro is garbage. That's all I gotta say about that. They're like... Flying over Spiro as a Pteranodon made me really upset because there was so much empty space just not being used. And yeah, the same argument could be made about Gateway, but Gateway's not finished. Lots of the empty space that it has is going to be used for human structures and for other habitats and stuff. So that's something that I really look forward to, is just general map updates. What's up, Majunga dude? Good to have you. I'm posting a vid on Sunday, and I want to know if I'm going to get crucified by Outcourt. Bro, you're gonna get crucified by Isle Court for saying anything. Those people are actual deranged individuals. You can say the Isle is a good game, and half of them will say absolutely, and the other half will actually want to crucify you, put you up on a cross. Okay, I agree. My general consensus was that Gateway is pretty dang good, other than the fact that it's just a little too big, and the Path of Titans maps suffer from really annoying cliffs and mountains. Yeah, the verticality of Path of Titans maps was kind of strange to me, because there's so many like rolling hills and cliffs and stuff, and not I don't even want to say hills, just straight up like mountains that exist that most of them you can't even really scale unless you find a specific. Oh wait, I left Wizard behind. Oh no. Oh, here he is. Join my group. That way I can actually have your name tag. Pterosaurs are tricky. They're either Terrasize or Quetsize. See, yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. I think Barbadactylus, somebody suggested that earlier. Wolf Talon, yeah. Barbadactylus is a decent choice. So is Tropiognathus, but you just have to find a niche for them to occupy. I'm a big fan of, like, creatures. I mean, I think most of us are, but I think that creatures should do something. You know, their existence, their inclusion in the game should be warranted somehow. Spiro bad. Yeah, absolutely. The mod that got me back in was actually really surprised. Oh, okay, I see. The mod that got me back in was actually really surprised I got banned at all. So it's definitely a lottery depending on who you get. Yeah, I once dealt with an IL... Ooh, lipids. I once dealt with an IL moderator myself. They left a really bad taste in my mouth because they didn't even say, hi, how are you? They didn't say hello, no nothing, just straight to the fucking point. Like, dude, have some fucking manners, please. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's silly to complain about, but that's just how I was raised, you know? Fucking say hello, dude, at least. Don't just raw dog the conversation. Like, some mods are really nice, other mods will genuinely bitch and moan about anything. Like you said, it's a toss-up. I don't spend a lot of time in Isle Cord, so I don't know. I used to, but not anymore. That place drives me crazy. King Dibble. Nice. I like your skin, dude. I think it's pretty cool. Terra already takes the Flying Fisher niche. Ha! He said it! He said it! Quetz is the Land Predator niche, so it's hard to give a niche to mid-large pterosaur. I don't know. I haven't put a lot of thought into pterosaurs. I just know that there's like a big gap missing there that I would like to see filled. Or maybe a tiny tier, honestly, like Rhamphorhynchus or something of that nature. Like Rhamphorhynchus would honestly be pretty cool. But then Path of Titans would probably accuse them of plagiarism. Thanks for popping in, Goldfish. Have a good one. Sleep well. Sweet dreams. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I'm looking for carbs, Wizard, just so you know. Or circle diet. I think I'm the only one that actually refers to it as carbs, proteins, and lipids. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I don't think there's any playable that I would replace. I have had conversations. I don't know if he's watching, but a friend of mine. I have had conversations with him about Bapi being replaced with Halsgaraptor. They would basically be kind of the same, only without the Therizinosaur claws. And I think that they would basically occupy the same niche, kind of like a penguin's, sort of. More of a cormorant, actually. And it would be kind of like the main, sort of rival. I don't want to say rival, but just... I mean, there's no better word to describe it, I guess. Just rival, individual that would interact with Ostroraptor the most. Because right now I feel that Ostro and Bapi would be good, would be good rivals. The concept art even kind of like hints at them having their own little thing going on, since they occupy the same kind of habitat. They're both semi-aquatics, and they're both on the smaller end of the spectrum. But Halscaraptor would basically do kind of the same thing as Baby, I mean. HHH. Speaking of small tier, Flyer, I used to still kinda do wish that Troodon was replaced by Dimorphodon. Put as simple as possible, flying piranhas. That's an interesting take. I actually never thought of having Dimorphodon in the game, but little flying piranhas. I don't think Troodon should be replaced, because I think Troodon does have its place on the roster. I've seen packs of I've seen like fully grown Stegos be taken down by packs of Troodons. So I think that the whole it's not a viable creature. I think that's a load of barnacles. A load of barnacles. It absolutely is a viable creature. Half the people that play it just don't use it properly. But regardless, flying piranhas would be an interesting idea, honestly. I'm most excited for Ostro. I think it's going to be a great addition. Yeah, I'm really excited for it too. They showed off that new animation the other day in the dev blog, and I had to stop everything that I was doing to take a look at it and bask. And that was when I was on vacation for my birthday as well. Just goes to show how important it is. Oh, what's up, Shepard? There's so many of you that... you need water? Nah, bro, I got a mutation. Hang on. I'm chilling professionally. What's up, Mecha Shadow? What's my favorite creature? In the game right now, Herosaurus. I think it's the most fun to play. Of the whole roster, Baryonyx. Not even close. You can you can get it at 33%, Shepard. I'm sorry, Wizard. Upsize Baby and add Halscaraptor. I mean, but then Halscaraptor would be kind of useless because Baby exists, and Baby I think would cause a lot more damage because of its claws. Its render was so bad for Ostro for no reason. What, like the quality of the animation? I thought it was okay. If I had a skull emoji on PC, I would use it. Let's go grab you some water then. Come. Maybe we'll find some carbs over there. Which is desperately what I need. I'm at... what am I at? I'm at 49. Does that... I think that makes me a sub-adult, judging by this little silhouette. Which is pretty cool. It means I can actually defend myself from most things now. I'm at 1,800 kilograms. I'm not gonna run because he can't keep up with me. Oh, there's another one here. Yo. No, its render looks weird. The animation looks amazing. I think the render is just like that because of the little background or whatever. Let me see. I'm calling these guys over. Maybe we can get a herd going. True, but it could be a mid tier that competes with Barry. Halscaraptor? Isn't Halscaraptor tiny? Barry is going to be an interesting semi-aquatic. I'm so excited to see the relationship it builds in game with Dino, Spino, Suko, seeing it isn't that high of a tier. Yeah, I think the thing I really like about Barry is that it's going to be in a position where it's not going to take forever to grow. But for its size, it's going to be decently powerful. Oh, damn, they left. Oh, no, they're still there. Hello? Oh, here you are. Oh, damn. Sorry, Wizard, I left the group. You gotta join. What's up, bro? Oh, so, okay, so we got a group of 4 going. Nice. No, Bapi. I'm talking about Bapi. Oh, okay. I see now. Majungasaurus should be in the game as the bulldog of the roster. I see Rugops as the bulldog, if I'm being honest. Majungasaurus, I think, would just be a slower, clunkier Carno. I mean, Carno's already clunky as hell, but, you know. Wizard, we should get you your water. I know you're gonna be really low. That's another one that I forget exists. Ava. Let's get Stevia some water. He's low. It's remarkable how forgettable Ava is. Yeah, man, because I just think... I just think... Oh, we got another little baby with us. Hello. I guess we're on our way to the Highlands Lake then. What was I saying? Rugops is fast and agile, so it's not really much of a bulldog. I meant bulldog more in like attitude, I guess. Okay, so yeah. Stevia, can you hold out a little longer with water? So yeah, Avaceratops is a small tier ceratopsid. In Avrima, it's meant to be an omnivore, but in Legacy it was just a boring little ceratopsid guy. It was really fast for its size, actually, if I remember correctly. Oh, so Mecha, the reason that Taco is on diet is because the files are in the game. They're just not entirely active. They're probably being tested in QA or something. There's a Packy. I don't see those a lot. What's my opinion on Giga, Karkar, and Acro situation? How do you think they're going to add all 3 without overlapping? So I think Acro is the most special, I guess, out of the 3, because its ability, while similar to Rex, isn't fully the same. At least I don't want to think of it as such, because Rex is like, you know, tips you over, pins you down, thrashes you around. Acro is a suffocator. It's meant to throw its body weight around and use it to take down things like sauropods and apparently Triceratops, according to the concept art. Giga would be, I think, something that would run you down over a period of time if it can't just kill you on the spot. Like if you're something like a Shantungosaurus, it would essentially it would take its sweet time with you, like, you know, cutting you up, making you bleed out. It would be the most laid back, the least aggressive of the apexes, I think. At least that's how the art is advertising it as, with that bleeding Shantungosaurus. As for Karkar, I have no idea how they could possibly make Karkar any special. I, like, genuinely, I don't. I haven't been able to think of anything in particular in my time. Yeah, those are my thoughts on the 3 of them. I think Acro and and Giga are special enough, but Karkar is just like kind of pushing it. Like, I don't mind if there's some overlap, because I've had this conversation a lot in the official Discord, in my Discord, which, if you guys aren't in it already, you should really join. We have a lot of fun in there. But, what was I talking about? I've had this conversation a lot, and that is, the game is a sandbox at the end of the day. It's trying to give you, it's giving you the tools to create the experience that you want to create. So I don't feel like removing a playable is something like that. Removing a playable would essentially go against its design philosophy, because yeah, it's entirely possible that Giganotosaurus does everything better than Acro, but some people might still just want to play as Acro. Like, not a lot of people like metagaming. That's something that's very common in Arc. Like, some playables... Are you good? Okay. Like, some playables... Some mounts in Arc completely render others completely useless. But some people still like the ones that would be rendered useless, so... It's up to the player, I think. Excited for Monolithosaurus. If they do echolocation, I'll be excited for Mono. Until then, I am skeptical. Oh, dang it. Whoops. Until then, I'm skeptical. Oloro Titan would be cool if they push the swan aspect. I love Oloro Titan as like a dinosaur. I especially like its design in Jurassic World Evolution. But... in Arc, I only use Pelagornis. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, there are I can name so many flyers objectively superior to Pelagornis, but some people like Pelagornis. What am I gonna, you know? It's completely up to preference. Adding Oloro would be my dream, but Para and Cory leave no room for it. Cory hardly has any room. If Para was a semi-aquatic, then Cory would have more room, but Oloro still wouldn't, sadly. Honestly, I'm completely spitballing here. Take out Cory, put in Oloro, give it camouflage. Bada bing, bada boom. There, you have a special playable. Maybe they sing. That could give buffs to themselves, or that's overpowered. I don't mind the singing thing as long as it's not a buff, because I think a lot of things. I mean, obviously it's a dinosaur game. There are really no items you can earn or anything, but. Doing something and then having it give you a buff, I think, is not the right way to go, because it's very, you know, it's kind of cheap, kind of lazy. It's like Path of Titans levels of game design. What I do think should happen is, like, okay, so this is actually, now that I'm live, I have an audience, I want to address this, because, I want to address this because it is something that, I guess I didn't fully elaborate upon in my Kentrosaurus video. I do think I still support I still think that the weapon management should be a feature to make gameplay for slower paced animals like Kentro more interesting. However, I don't think it should just be, oh, seek out this thing and play an animation and boom, you're good. No, I think it should be more of like a process you build up to. Right, so you may, so like in different stages, essentially, you may, like in the first stage, you would essentially find this rock or this tree, you would sharpen, and then, okay, you're good. You get like maybe a minor, very, very minor buff, and that would be about it, really. But afterwards, you could obviously start building it up, and as it builds up, you could unlock, perhaps different mutations, patterns or something. I don't know. Let me not say patterns, but different mutations, and obviously, like, it would be upkeeping the health of your horns anyway. So, in order to actually unlock the quote-unquote attack buff that you would get, in order to actually unlock the attack buff, you would essentially have to work your way up to it, you know? Because I feel like just, oh, let me walk over to this tree and play a little pre